Hi guys, I'm Dean Barton. I grow and scale construction industry businesses, make them more profitable, and also help people build exit plans and exit their companies for the maximum amount of profit. Now, a big part of this industry is subcontractors. You're going to need subbies to help you grow and scale at some point. And the problem you're going to have is managing those subcontractors correctly so that they do the job that you want in the right way and for the right money. So if you follow the 11 rules and 11 steps that I've got in this video, you will solve that problem of managing subcontractors correctly. Number one is getting the money right. Make it very clear exactly how much you will be paying them and always pay them on time. Whenever you don't pay people on time, that's when relationships break down. Make that very clear from the outset, exactly how much and when. Number two, you want a written agreement that clearly states all of the rules and the standards that your company works to. If you do this alone, it will wash out the bad subcontractors that just don't work to good high qualities of work. Number three, go through all the details before anyone steps on site. You need to go through the whole job, the whole scope of works, the drawings and the program, and go through it with the subcontractor for them to flag up any issues they might see, because you might have missed stuff and they might point out things that will cost you or save you a lot of money that you need to get sorted out before you even get on site. Details matter. Number four, you need to raise a purchase order. Now this clearly states what works they're doing, their scope of works, and how much they are going to get paid for doing that scope of works. And this document, this purchase order, also clearly identifies the process for any changes on the contract, so any extras or changes in design, and how that needs to be handled so that no one gets caught out and no one loses money. Now, to make life very simple, there's a link below this video, and you can just take and use my purchase order, my subcontractor agreement, and just plug that into your business to make life very easy. Number five, you always want to visit site with your subbies, certainly before the job even starts, but then at least once a week, depending on the project and the program and the duration of what you're doing and the complexity of what you're doing. You've got to check up on them. Even subcontractors that you know and you've used for a long time, you have to verify what works they're doing, because in this industry, if someone does something wrong, it can really have a massive knock-on effect that costs people money. And obviously we're in business to make money, so you have to verify that things have been built correctly, the specs been adhered to properly, and everything's just going right. And you've got to make that mainstay of just never get complacent with subcontractors. Always check and verify the works they've actually physically done on site, and even better, take photos and record that work so you've got it for your records. Because it's expensive, you know, a lot of times we're fitting expensive materials, expensive complicated designs. You've got to make sure. Number six, never tolerate shit work. Ultimately, you are getting subcontractors in and paying them a good, fair price. You're not looking for the cheapest, you're looking for really good exchange of value, like paying good premium money for a good premium service. If they can't deliver that, don't tolerate it, get them out. It's never going to work. And equally linked with that is some subcontractors are good at their job, but they're an absolute pain in the arse, a complete ball ache to work with. Their communication's bad, their organisation's bad. Don't tolerate it. There's plenty of good subcontractors out there, and the longer you tolerate bad subcontractors, the quicker your business is just going to diminish, and it's going to be a headache to run, and it's going to create chaos for anyone else in the business to deal with, just because they're problem people. Don't tolerate the bad subcontractors. Number seven, the daily check-in. A lot of the times, a 2-minute phone call can solve a lot of issues in terms of delivery of materials, getting into site. A customer maybe has raised something on site and created a problem. Like just checking in, a quick phone call can save you thousands of pounds and lots of headaches by just not leaving them too much. And obviously you know yourself how many times you need to check in with certain subcontractors. Certain subbies, you can leave them for 2 or 3 days at a time. But different processes and different stages of work and different stages of projects, you're going to be better off just checking in daily, and that little daily check-in can save you a hell of a lot of time and headache and money. Number eight, treat the good ones like gold. When you find them, look after them. This whole industry is a relationship business. It's I scratch your back, you scratch my back, let's look after each other. Find the good ones and look after them, because they will look after you for a very long time. And these relationships can last for 10, 20 years. Number nine is knowing when to move on. Sometimes certain subcontractors will get you to a certain place in business, and then other times they're just not the right subcontractor for you to get to the next level. They're just not as detail orientated, they're not high quality enough, they're just not good enough, and they can't keep up with the work. You know, and maybe you're overstretching your subcontractors as you grow, and knowing when to move on is a skill and an art, and it's difficult because Certain people may have helped you get to a certain stage and you feel like there is a loyalty to those people, and I get that, I fully understand that, but business stops for no one, and if they're not the right subcontractor for you, ultimately business has got to move on. You can't just be loyal to people and it's holding your own business back. You've got to move on, and if they're not right for the business for where you want it to go, you've got to move on and get those next better subcontractors, because that's what's going to help you grow. Number 10, always keep your finger on the pulse of prices. Always get multiple prices, especially if it's for something new that you haven't particularly done before. You've got to always sense check and get multiple prices, because the danger is getting comfortable using the same subcontractor over and over again, and their prices keep going up and you've not got a firm reality on the marketplace and what else is out there as well. And you know, ultimately we're in business to make money, so you've got to check the numbers all of the time and see, are you actually being competitive and are you in the right spot for the money? Always check and get multiple prices. And lastly, number 11, just make it really easy to deal with you and your company. Most of your subcontractors are very skilled at what they do. They're not really business people. They have no idea about VAT, CIS, payment terms, purchase orders, program, the implications, customer demands, changes, you name it. They don't understand, so just make it easy for them. Like, let them just crack on with what they're good at, doing their job on site. Make it very easy to work with, and just have that mentality that you're there to help them, you're there to guide them, and you're the professional company, and you need to set the standards and they just follow suit, and it'll just work out so much easier. So that's it, guys. That's the 11 rules. If you found that useful, click below. You can download my subcontractor agreement and put that into place and keep it real. Go and make some money.